MD3, the most advanced body panels on the market. Aerodynamically engineered, manufactured from the highest grade and lightest weight materials, tested tough for optimum performance. The highest quality and most durable products you'll find anywhere. Our products help racers around the world reach victory lane. Winning never looked so good. MD3, the #1 body choice for top dirt racers.
Real American beer made for real Americans like us, brothers.
Precision isn't just a goal at Jarrett Rifles, it's our legacy. Since 1979, Kenny Jarrett's engineering excellence has created the world's most accurate hunting rifles, guaranteed to shoot a half MOA or better. From our tri-lock receivers to our custom stocks, this isn't just a rifle, it's a Jarrett, the choice of record-holding hunters worldwide. Jarrett Rifles, accuracy defined, excellence guaranteed.
If this is your idea of ladylike, you're gonna fit right in. Join us at Toyota Racing.
Now showing the World of Outlaws Real American Beer Late Model Series, presented by DIRTVision. Featuring the best drivers, biggest races.
Fantastic start! The Reaper strikes! He wins the 2025 season opener!
And best coverage of dirt late model racing.
My name is Ashton Smythe. I'll be covering all of the action.
Powerful late models on the planet!
DIRTVision is home to the greatest shows on dirt.
For the first time in over 35 years, the World of Outlaws late models power back through Nodak Speedway here in Minot, North Dakota. Welcome into the World of Outlaw Real American Beer late models presented by DIRTVision. My name is Ashton Smythe, and I'll be covering all of the action trackside here tonight, joined by the voice of the World of Outlaw Real American Beer late models up in the booth, Ruben Morales, in just a little bit. And whether you're joining us here in Minot, North Dakota, or watching at home on DIRTVision, thank you so much for spending your Sunday evening with us. A Sunday night, nothing better to do than be racing, and Mother Nature also agreed with that statement. 77 degrees here at the racetrack, but an astonishing 29-mile-per-hour wind gusts blowing through the area, but shouldn't create any issues for us tonight. No rain in the forecast. We are all good to go to close out this northern swing before we head back east to Minnesota for our big paycheck event next week with the World of Outlaws. Last night, Norman County Raceway was another amazing race, and as Nick Hoffman went back-to-back on this swing. And at this point, the Thrill of Mooresville might want to change his zip code to up here in the north, because, man, every single time he comes up here, he ends up in victory lane and has already done so twice this week. If you weren't able to join us yesterday, let's take a look at those highlights.
The World of Outlaws Norman County Showdown thunders off a 4. Into one, Nick Hoffman take the early race lead down the back straightaway, 3 wide for second early in this one. Cody Overton will have second down the back straightaway. He'll go to the inside. How about Cody Overton? Started 5th. From 5th to 2nd on the opening lap, but Hoffman leads in lap 1. Bruning has second at the line. Overton will have the third. Battle between Dodson, Pierce, and Overton in the bottom right portion of your screen here. Pierce now to the inside of Dodson. That's for 4th, and Pierce has got it out for turn number 2. But Dodson with a crossover. He denies the 32. Pierce will not get denied. Throws the slider in 3 and 4. On corner number 4, Dodson has it at the line. Battling for a podium spot. Oh, hang on. Eisencheck sideways. Pierce has to take abrasive action. He goes sideways into the infield. Gets it back onto the speedway. We stay green. Dennis Erb Jr. able to get around the 32. Pierce has it at the line. On the outside, Peterson off the pace. He'll take it into the infield. The 1 TPO done for the night. Now contact down the back straightaway between Bruning and Dodson. They race into 3 and off of 4. This time battle for second. Ethan Dodson's got it. Here comes the MD3 Rookie of the Year contender. But right now, Nick Hoffman continuing to look good. Pierce now going to go to the top side here in the exit of turn number 4. Bruning holding on to that 3rd position. Dodson still in 2nd. The lead for Nick Hoffman, 1.9 seconds. Out trouble for Pierce. Dennis Erb rolls on by. Trying to roll the top of 3 and 4 here. Tyler Bruning back to 2nd. Dennis Erb Jr. follows in 4th. Here comes Dennis Erb, 3 wide. The 2022 champion. Oh man, trying to go back-to-back podiums. Down to back straightaway, he rolls the bottom and he's gonna take 2nd. Dennis Erb Jr. to 2nd. Oh no, this might be negated as we have a Dave Warren Power Sports caution. 9 laps to go for the 9 of Nick Hoffman, who's looking for his 9th win with the series. Trouble, Bobby Pierce. Oh man, back-to-back years. Nick Hoffman, winner last night at River Cities. Winner here a year ago. Has the family out here with him, and man, what a way to kick off this northern swing off of corner number 4. His 9th win in the Tag Touring number 9. It's a 9-pack of NOS. Nick Hoffman wins at Norman County.
Norman County was a great one last night, but we are excited to be here at Nodak Speedway and a lot of new things coming at us here tonight. Like I said, over 35 years since the World of Outlaw late models have last drove through here at Nodak Speedway. The sprint cars have been here for the first time in over 35 years for the late models. So let's take a quick second to go over some of those track facts. Like I said, 1989, the last time the World of Outlaw late models visited here, and we had 2 races in that year, and it was Billy Moyer and Mitch Johnson who picked up the wins both of those years. It's a 3/8 mile racetrack, high banks, and walking through the pits earlier on, a lot of the drivers were saying, man, this place looks fun, and they are excited to go here because it's also a clean slate for almost everyone. Almost none of the drivers have been here before except 2 drivers in the field with the World of Outlaws, Mikey Leach and Ethan Dodson, both racing here previously in a modified, but over 5 years ago. So a pretty clean slate for everyone to tackle something new and see how they size up against all the other touring guys here tonight. But we also had a lot of firsts last night, a first top 10 of the season for the B1 bomber of Brent Larson, and his son Matthew Larson made his first ever Outlaw feature. What a special moment that father-son duo got to share, both of them from Lake Elmo, Minnesota. So when we roll back up through this northern part of the country, they have a little bit of confidence on their side. Matthew Larson off racing a lot of Hell Tour races recently just to get that extra seat time with driver, coach, and dad Brent Larson along his side as well. Obviously Brent been at it a very, very, very long time. We were able to catch up both of them earlier on today about what's it like racing against each other and how special it is for both of them to make the feature.
When I'm racing, I have control of what I'm doing. Obviously, when he's racing, I have no control of what's happening at all besides just watching and being like, you dumb little whatever, or or a good job, or that's exactly what I would have done, or whatever, you know. So watching is definitely more intense. I've been racing long enough now that it's really my job. I don't get a lot of charge out of it, you know. But watching him I suppose it's probably one of the most intense things I do. Actually, it's just watching him race.
You know, we go back and forth some, but I think it's definitely a fun thing for both of us and really cool.
Are you going to make that hard move to pass him for the win?
You know, that's a hard one. You know, I would say no, and the only reason I would is I think that he's worked at it for so long, and he's put me in the spot to be here, and I think there's a lot of times where he just deserves it a little more, and I definitely think I have a little more time to do it, and yeah, I think that if I was in that spot, I think I would maybe give him a little bit of a run for his money, but I wouldn't race him super hard, but I'd definitely make sure that, you know, it was clean and fun for both of us.
I just try to race him like anybody else. I definitely don't need to be working on both cars the next day, and I want him to do well. I've had people asking me before, you know, it's going to be hard for you if your son races better than you, and no, not at all. Like, I want him to be more successful than I am. He's the next generation. I want him to do well and to succeed and to do better at this than I have. So.
What a special night for that father-son duo, and something that's even crazier, like I said, Brent Larson finishing 9th, also earned hard charger last night, up 9 positions, but Matthew Larson also up 9 positions with a finishing run of 15th. So great job to both of those drivers, and we'll keep an eye on them tonight to see how they do here at Nodak Speedway. Obviously, family runs very deep through racing, and that rings true for these next 2 drivers I wanted to touch base on as well, and that's the Eisenshank sisters, Amelia and Layla, who also both made their first World of Outlaw late model feature start last night. Obviously, they're both sisters running together, but not only that, their uncle, someone very famous in racing, that is 10-time World of Outlaw champion, Donnie Schatz. Donnie wears many hats around their 15-1 team camp, as both of the girls running for Donnie Schatz Racing, but he also helps driver coach them. He also helps crew on the car. And although Donnie wasn't able to make the past 2 races because he was off running his own 410 sprint car with the World of Outlaw NOS Energy Drink sprint cars, but he is on property here today at Nodak Speedway. We were able to catch up with both of the girls earlier on about what's it like racing against your sister and how they feel now that their uncle, many-time champion and driver coach, among car owner, among many other things, is here on property. Does that add any extra pressure? Here's what they had to say.
Racing against your sister is a little tough sometimes. You know, we lean on each other for advice in like races like this. So, you know, we just want to get in the show at a place, you know, on a series like this. So it's like you're not trying to race each other as hard when you're doing this, because you just want to get in and get the laps and experience. But, you know, the past 3 nights we've been really good about leaning on each other for advice and helping each other and seeing what we can do better and different to, you know, improve ourselves. We're both very competitive people, and we always are competing against each other, obviously. And you know, we race for the same team, and we're teammates. So at the end of the day, we never intentionally try and wreck each other or do any of that. So when I see her roll by me, it's kind of like all right, I'll let her go by. And yeah, we're competitive, but at the same time, we have the most amount of respect for each other. Tonight it will be good. He's good with the driving coach aspect of it. So, you know, when he's here, he's pretty hard on us, but, you know, you need the criticism to learn in life. We want to take all the knowledge we can get from these, you know, professionals, and having him here, you know, adds no pressure. I feel like, you know, the 3rd day is better than the 1st day to have him here. So we're pretty confident coming into tonight, and we just want to have a good run again.
Both of the sisters trying to make their 2nd World of Outlaws feature start here tonight with Uncle Donnie Schatz on property. So such a special moment for them last night, and we'll see if they can make 2 features in a row here tonight. Before we kick off racing action, I can hear cars back there. They're ready to get rolling. Let's take a quick second to look at the order of events. Kicking off tonight's action will be the World of Outlaw Real American Beer Late Models for their hot lap session, followed directly by their 2-lap qualifying session before we take a quick break from on-track action for opening ceremonies. We'll then move into 4 modified heats, 8 laps apiece for them, before we move into late model heats, 3 heats, 8 laps apiece, top 2 into the redraw later on tonight. We'll then have 1 modified last chance showdown before that redraw takes place up here on the front stretch, and we will have a little cornhole tournament with drivers and fans, and $500 drawing to that winner here tonight. It is then feature racing action time, starting with the modifieds and their 25-lap feature before we move into the World of Outlaw Real American Beer Late Model feature and 50 laps around the return here to Nodak Speedway. Like I said, my name is Ashton Smythe. I'll be covering all of the action trackside, but Ruben, I don't know if you've had a chance to look at this awesome trophy down here yet, but this will be going to someone tonight. It's made out of old race car parts, and also look at this. It spins. How cool is that?
That's pretty spectacular there. Had a great trophy last night at Ada, right? The countertop. Now tonight, very awesome stuff. Good evening to you, Ashton. It's going to be a fun night. Sunday, fun day here at Nodak Speedway with the World of Outlaws. Hot lap session number 1 rolling onto the Speedway. What a great crowd on hand. Donnie Schatz is in the house. I mean, wow, all is right. As we get ready for hot lap session number 1, Matthew Larson of Lake Elmo, Minnesota, making his first World of Outlaws start last night. 1,200 to start last night, 1,200 to start tonight, and Matthew Larson on his way to make his second start here tonight, got 15th last night. Also on the Speedway, the number 19, Dustin Sorensen of Rochester, Minnesota, the Altenberg Construction, Paulson Rock Products, number 19. His father has his richest career win ever in his racing career right here at Nodak Speedway. That is Mike Sorensen. We'll be at his playground next week at the Gopher 50 in Deer Creek. The 32 back in the red and not throwing it back to 1995. Bobby Pearson of Oakwood, Illinois, the Low Voltage Solutions, number 32, the current World of Outlaws point leader. Didn't like the feel of the other car, switched it over to this one. The steering not feeling really well and just wants to go through the other car before he brings it out for World of Outlaws competition. Other drivers on the Speedway, there you see the number 1 made her first World of Outlaws start last night at Fargo, North Dakota. That's Amelia Eisenschenk. Amelia got 17th last night at Norman County Raceway. Right behind her, that's going to be her sister, Layla Eisenschenk. Layla in the Donnie Schatz Racing number 15 got 16th last night at Norman County Raceway. Other drivers on the Speedway, career best finish in his career with the World of Outlaws. A 5th last night in his 39th start, Jake Tim, the Gorilla Mill, number 49, MD3 Rookie of the Year contender, and another Rookie of the Year contender who did really well last night. Podium finish for the driver who's been here before in a modified. If you're not familiar with the Dakotas, there's a very popular modified tour up here called the Dakota Mod Tour. It's a whole week of modified racing in the Dakotas. This driver's had a lot of success in that tour. Ethan Dotson, of course, coming from IMCA modified competition, and Ethan Dotson, one of the very few drivers, really 2 drivers that have competed here at this racetrack. That's Ethan Dotson, a great podium finish for him last night. We get ready for hot lap session number 1. No official track record recorded here at Nodak Speedway for super late models. The first time in 36 years, and we're ready to crank it up for the first time in 36 years with the most powerful late models on the planet. This is hot lap session number 1. Not gonna wait no more. That's right. Here we go. Hot lap session number 1. Seeing the Gorsuch Performance green flag here at Nodak. Billy Moyer, Mitch Johnson, winners here back in 1989. Checkered flag out here in hot lap session number 1 for the World of Outlaws. There's Bobby Pierce in the 32. Fastest driver gets an extra $100 courtesy of Dirt King Simulators. If it's your first Outlaw event, race fans, head on down there and grab your official merchandise of the World of Outlaws. And of course, check out Dirt King Simulators down there. If you turn the fastest lap on the simulator, you get some cool prizes down there as well. Hot lap session number 2, getting ready to roll into the Speedway. Here's a former Dakota Mod Tour champion out of Estevan, Saskatchewan, Canada. Has one World of Outlaws start back in 2019, got 8th at River City Speedway. That's Aaron Turnbull. Aaron Turnbull in the P&B Trucking number 11. Right behind him from Hampton, Georgia, in the Jeff Matthews Motorsports number 12, it's Ashton Winger, the 2020 World of Outlaws Rookie of the Year and 2023 Dirt Car Summer Nationals champion. 4 Outlaw feature wins for Ashton Winger. Right behind him, car number 9, making his World of Outlaws debut from Belcourt, North Dakota, Austin Harris. Austin Harris, in his first year of Super Late Model competition, in his 3rd ever race, has 2 races this year, got 14th at Devil's Lake Speedway, raced hobby stocks for 2 years in the number 9. The other number 9 winner last night, the throw from Mooresville, Nick Hoffman. 9th career World of Outlaws victory last night, that Ty Touareg number 9. for the 2023 World of Outlaws Rookie of the Year. Other drivers on the Speedway, there you see him, Tricky Tristan Chamberlain out of Richmond, Indiana. Into Gibson Racing, Vision Woodworks, KEG Sewer Nozzles 20 TC, Tricky 48 World of Outlaws starts, best finished third at the Rocket Raceway Park in Petty, Texas last year. The 4-time Dirt Car Summer Nationals champion, 12-time World of Outlaws feature winner out of Chatham, Illinois, the 3S, it's Squirrel Brian Shirley. The current MD3 Rookie of the Year point leader aboard the 22-star Team 22 Incorporated machine, Drake Troutman, got his first career World of Outlaws victory last Saturday at the Federated Auto Parts Raceway at I-55 in Peevely, Missouri. 36 starts for Troutman, 1 win with the series. Those are all the drivers around the Speedway here for Hot Lap session number 2 with the World of Outlaws Real American Beer late models. As they get ready to tickle the throttle around Nodak Speedway. What a beautiful facility here in Minot, North Dakota. We get ready for Hot Lap session number 2. Gorsuch Performance green flag flying here in Nodak. Checkered flag out. There you see Brian Shirley in the 3S. And Ashton Winger in the 12, who had to go to a backup car last night after an expired power plant under the hood of the 12. And now Ashton Winger with trouble to start here in the 12 as well. Ashton Winger looks like he's going to require some assistance here in the Jeff Matthews Motorsports number 12. Ashton Winger had a great start to the Northern Swing at River City Speedway. Ashton Winger, a solid third place run. Had a great run at Peevely, a 5th and 7th as well. A pair of 8th place finishes before that at Bedford and Marion, and a 2nd place at Raceway 7. Now the 12 of Ashton Winger getting the push here. And after an expired power plant last night, having to go to the backup car, got 14th last night. But now Winger, another rough start for the Jeff Matthews Motorsports number 12, who just got into the top 10 in the World Outlaws point standings. These drivers will get another lap as the Dave Warren Power Sports caution came out during this hot lap session just to make sure they get some laps going here. Very minimal experience for a lot of these drivers. Nick Kaufman, of course, ran a lot of modified stuff as well, but of course his career really, due to the Dirt Car UMP ranks, more IMCA Wasota country up here. Checkered flag is out here in Hot Lap session number 2. Nick Hoffman, back-to-back winner with Outlaws competition. And now just trailing Bobby Pierce by 76 points in the World of Outlaws Championship as we get ready to go to the Napa Auto Parts Go for 50. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 3 nights of racing there. A pair of nights at Ohio, Sharon Speedway, then the Prairie Dirt Classic, Wilmot, USA Nationals. A lot of racing to go in the 2025 calendar for the World of Outlaws. Hot Lap session number 3, rolling onto the Speedway. You'll find the 44-star from Hawley, Minnesota. That's Cole Schill. Cole Schill, 10 World of Outlaws starts, best finish 11th back at River City Speedway in 2019 for the 4-time I-94 EMR Speedway track champion. Right behind him, out of Benton, Kentucky, the 2022 World of Outlaws Rookie of the Year and highest ever, finishing rookie in the point standings, 2nd that season, Tanner English, 3-time World of Outlaws feature winner. Right behind him, currently 3rd in the World of Outlaws point standings out of Marshalltown, Iowa, 12-time World of Outlaws feature winner, and the Cooney Motorsports 19R, the Reaper, Ryan Gustin. Out of Watertown, New York, in the Dave Warren Power Sports number 9, the 2006 World of Outlaws champion, 36-time World of Outlaws feature winner, T-Mac Tim McCready. Out of Evans, Georgia, in his sophomore season with the World of Outlaws, and the Stein Motorsports, Richard David Legacy Motorsports number 2, Cody Overton. Cody Overton in his 3rd year of Super Late Model competition. Best finish with the Outlaws 3rd at Volusia Speedway Park earlier this year. Out of Lake Elmo, Minnesota, the 5-time Cedar Lake Speedway track champion in the B1 Bomber, Brent Larson. Right behind him, the 2022 World of Outlaws champion, Dennis Erb Jr. to Carpentersville, Illinois, 14-time World of Outlaws feature winner, Heather Line, 2-time Crew Chief of the Year, and the first female to become Crew Chief of the Year for the World of Outlaws, wrenching the wrenches on that 28 as we get ready here for this hot lap session. Gorsuch Performance green flag is out. Nick Hoffman currently with the Dirt King Simulator's fastest hot lap, 16:015. Tristan Chamberlain second quick. Drake Troutman third. Brian Shirley fourth. Dennis Erb Jr. in the top 5. Drivers running in the low 16-second lap times here at Nodak Speedway. Cody Overton, the Stein Motorsports number 2. Fantastic run last night, 2nd top 5 of the season. First one was back at Volusia when he got 3rd, got 4th last night. Cody Overton trying to turn things around after the little slump they've been in. But it's still Nick Hoffman with the Dirt King Simulator's fastest hot lap, 16:015. 16:015. He will get an extra $100 courtesy of Dirt King Simulators, Nick Hoffman. Again, no track record set or recorded here for super late models at Nodak Speedway, so we will officially have a track record here at Nodak Speedway during qualifying, which is coming up. Drivers have a quick turnaround. They will hot lap, then they'll turn right back around and get ready for qualifying. 22 entries here this evening for the World of Outlaws at Nodak Speedway, so therefore there'll be 3 heat races here this evening. 22 cars will qualify, no Group A or B here this evening. It'll be one straight group, straight up. The fastest driver in qualifying will start on the pole of heat race number 1. Second fastest will start on the pole of heat race number 2. Third fastest will start on the pole of heat race number 3. 4th, 5th, and 6th will fill to the outside, and that's the way we will set our 3 heat race lineups here this evening. No last chance showdown tonight. $15,000 to win, 50 laps around the Nodak Speedway, $1,200 just to take the Gorsuch Performance green flag here this evening. Cars making their way to the staging area here. Again, a quick turnaround for these late model drivers. You see the staging area back there in the exit of turn number 2. Awesome catwalk here at Nodak Speedway as well. Not very many racetracks have a cool catwalk there. There you see it on DIRTVision. Fans get to see a different view of the action if they have a pit pass here this evening. And of course, crews are allowed to go up there and give signals to their drivers. Just no stick signals allowed, but they can use their hands and bright gloves and a tire. But pretty cool to see the catwalk there in turn number 2. Cars will enter the racetrack in the staging area just right behind there. As we get a couple more cars in the staging area, we will get ready for qualifying here in Real American Beer Late Model Qualifying Group A. Race fans, if it's your first ever World of Outlaws feature event, or race day, we'd like to welcome you once again, as we welcomed you before we went on there on DIRTVision. If you'd like to see more World of Outlaws action, go to worldofoutlaws.com and see our schedule tab for upcoming events. Next Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we'll be at the Deer Creek Speedway for the Napa Auto Parts. Go for $50,000 to win at the Deer Creek Speedway. And then, of course, off to Ohio, the Fairbury Speedway. We'll be back close to you all somewhat, New Richmond, Wisconsin. $100,000 to win the USA National Cedar Lake Speedway, July 31st through August 2nd. 3 nights of action there at Cedar Lake Speedway. To see our full complete schedule, go to worldofoutlaws.com and click the schedule tab. If you can't be there and you want to follow the World of Outlaws from now on, go to DIRTVision.com. DIRTVision, get your fast pass and watch every lap live of the most powerful late models on the planet. Don't forget to visit the World of Outlaws souvenir trailer. A lot of great merchandise down there. Of course, our friends at Dirt King Simulators down there as well, and all our great drivers with their souvenir trailers down there. Make sure to grab your official merchandise before we head on out and head to Deer Creek Speedway Thursday night. If you can't get merchandise here this evening, you can shop anytime, 24/7 throughout the year at the greatest store on dirt. Again, that's the greatest store on dirt.com. Don't forget our rewards program for the World of Outlaws Real American Beer Late Models. Be an Outlaw. Head on down there and visit the girls. They are down there right now. Be an Outlaw. Of course, you get to get closer to the action than ever before. Go to b-and-outlaw.com to sign up right now, or go visit them down there on the concourse right now. When you sign up for free, you get exclusive content, chances to win special at-track experiences, exclusive outings away from the racetrack with drivers and other members, and early access and special deals on tickets, merchandise, and more. Earn reward points to unlock and gain even more access. Show the world you're an outlaw and experience the next level of the most powerful late models on the planet. More cars making their way to the staging area. Ashton Smythe has a report downstairs. Ashton, down to you.
Yeah, Ruben, we got a little bit of time here. I know I touched on it briefly yesterday, that tight points battle between Dennis Erb Jr. and Brian Shirley, and man, things got crazy last night with the points, and I wanted to point that out. Dennis Erb now sits in 6th, but Brian Shirley dropped all the way back to 9th. Cody Overton and Ethan Dotson only separated by 2 points between the two of those drivers. And keep in mind, 50 laps here tonight, a little bit of a similar racetrack to what we saw last night, or in comparison to what we've seen in the past few days. Ethan Dotson had a different strategy. It'll be interesting to see if more guys choose that same strategy here tonight for the 50-lap feature, if Ethan even chooses that same strategy. So we'll keep an eye on that as well, but qualifying, getting ready to roll. And Ruben, I am excited. We are about to set a new track record.
Yeah, and how about this? Obviously, we talk about Nick Hoffman as well, Ashton. He trails 76 points. Going to be interesting to see if he can cash in more tonight. All right, Ashton, we'll talk to you later. We get ready to commence qualifying here with the World of Outlaws. First driver joining us on the Speedway from Lake Elmo, Minnesota. In the rocket chassis, Vic Hill powered Hanco Corporation Fuel Factory line designs. Number 8, it's Matthew Larson. Right behind him, the current World of Outlaws point leader out of Oakwood, Illinois. And the Longhorn Vic Hill, Low Voltage Solutions, Churchill Transportation, Collin Brothers Towing, Rio Grande Waste Services, Mesilla Valley Transportation, Carnegie Towing and Auto Repair, Fast One Speed Shop, Leka Tree Service, Town and Danville. Number 32, the smooth operator, Bobby Pierce. Again, no recorded track record here. We will set a track record here tonight. Matthew Larson, fresh off his first start with the series, will cross the line 17-129. In the 8, here comes the 32 of Pierce. He will cross the line and he will go faster as he pulls out the backup car, 16-397. Didn't like the feel of the steering rack. They've changed the rack. They've changed everything on that and just didn't like it. So Pierce going back to the backup car. Larson will go faster but stay second quick, 16-959. Pierce will cross the line. He will not improve. He'll keep lap number 1 into 32. That time slower, 16-439. First lap better, 16-397. And officially the new track record here at Nodak Speedway. So it's Pierce, 16-397. Matthew Larson, second, 16-959. Joining us next, fresh off her first start with the series, out of Fargo, North Dakota, the Rocket Chassis Pro Power, Donnie Schatz Racing, Jordal Metals Recycling, Ellingson, Schatz Crossroads, Turf Tammers, Petro Stopping Centers, O'Day Equipment, Tank and Steel. Number 15, Layla Eisenshank. Last year's MT3 Rookie of the Year champion out of Rochester, Minnesota, the Longhorn Pro Power, Oldenburg Construction, Paulson Rock Products, JNS Repair, JCB Equipment, Rochester Chevrolet, 63 Club, Yagi Trucking, CBR Drilling, Heavy Hitch, number 19, Dustin Sorensen. Amelia Eisenshank last night, her and her sister making the first World of Outlaws feature as a female since Amanda Robinson in 2010. Jill George and April Farmer are the only other females to start with the series. She goes third quick, 17-194. Dustin Sorensen second quick, 16-947. Final lap here for Layla. She will cross the line and go faster, but stay fourth quick, 17.100. Final lap here for Dustin Sorensen. Can he go to the top of the charts in the 19? The answer is no. Slower on lap 2, 16.991 for Dustin Sorensen. Lap 1 better. That puts him second quick at a 16.947. So it's still Bobby Pierce atop of the charts at a 16.397 over Dustin Sorensen, Matthew Larson, and Layla Eisenshank. Next two drivers getting ready to roll onto the speedway, not too far from home, calling Sun River, Montana home in the Longhorn Cornet, Dust Pods, Willow Ranch, Hellraiser Jacks, Longhorn Dynamics, number 09 in his second year of Super Late Model competition. It's Michael Leach. Fresh off her first start with the series last night as well at Fargo, North Dakota. In the Rocket Durham, Donnie Schatz Racing, Jordal Metals Recycling, Ellingson, Schatz Crossroads, Turf Tammers, Petro Stopping Centers, O'Day Equipment, and O'Day Tank and Steel. Number 1, Amelia Eisenshank. Michael Leach has had fun here on this swing, got his best finish with the series. Last night, 17th. River Cities. The 09 Michael Leach will cross 5th quick, 17.274. Amelia Eisenshank 4th quick, 16.978. Michael Leach 14th at River Cities in the 09 the other night. He'll come around here for his final qualifying lap in the 09, and he will cross the line, go faster, second quick, 16.643 for Michael Leach. Amelia Eisenshank 5th quick at a 16.978, keeping lap 1, lap 2 slower at a 17.011. After 6, it's Bobby Pierce, Michael Leach, Dustin Sorensen, Matthew Larson, Amelia Eisenshank, and Layla Eisenshank. Pierce with the time to beat at a 16.397. A pair of MD3 Rookie of the Year contenders getting ready to roll into the speedway. Both drivers finishing in the top 5 last night out of Bakersfield, California. And the Longhorn Clements ASD Motorsports, Jarrett Rifles, Ozio Gear, BK Grading and Paving, Penske, Boswell Oil, Torco Racing Oils, Racing American Racing Wheels, H&A Development, 74X, Ethan Dotson. Out of Winona, Minnesota, the Longhorn Vic Hill Gorilla Mill, Herco Companies, Mesilla Valley Transportation, Oak Ridge Fabrication, Horman's HVAC, On-Demand Shirts, Rush Race Gear by Austin Witt, Stone Machinery, Willie's Carmen Dyno Shop, Swift Springs, 49, Jake Tim. Ethan Dotson will cross the line, 3rd quick, 16.671 for Ethan Dotson. Here comes Jake Tim for his opening lap in the 49. Jake Tim, 2nd quick, 16.625. Man, he has qualified so well this week. He's getting everything out of that race car, and he's feeling better. Faster for Dotson, 3rd quick, 16.635. Can Tim go to the top? The answer is no, but he's faster, 16.602 for the Gorilla Mill. Number 49, Jake Tim, MD3 Rookie of the Year contender, 2nd quick, and Ethan Dotson as well, 3rd quick at a 16.635. Still Pierce with a time to beat at a 16.397. Joining us from Chatham, Illinois, in the Longhorn Chassis, Durham-powered Bob Cullen Racing, Thomason Express, Hoger Trucking, J&J Ventures Gaming, KBC Graphics, Allgaier Performance Parts, Cheap Cars, Ted Brown's Quality Paint and Body Shop, Midwest Sheet Metals, VP Racing Fuels, and Race Ranch sponsor number 3S, it's Squirrel Brian Shirley. Out of Heidemann, Pennsylvania, in the Longhorn Cornet, Team 22 Incorporated, Victory Circle Auto Sales, Gambler Transport, Brickhouse Tavern, Mesilla Valley Transportation, RFI Resources, Jerry Siding and Roofing, Schaefer Construction, Shoes Diesel Performance, Stone, Natural Resources, and Dirt King Apparel and Simulators. Number 22 star, Drake Troutman. Opening lap for Brian Shirley. He'll cross the line 5th quick at a 16.864. Opening lap for Troutman. He has work to do on lap number 2. He goes 10th quick, 17.114 for Troutman. Final lap coming up here for the 3S of Brian Shirley. He will cross the line and Shirley will go slower, 17.129. First lap better, 5th quick. Troutman will cross the line and he will not improve. Troutman 10th quick. Out of 10 cars at a 17.114, Troutman has work to do here this evening in the 22 star. Next driver joining us from Estevan, Saskatchewan, Canada, in the Longhorn Gam Racing, P&B Trucking, BEP Petroleum and Tank Sheet Metal Specialist, number 11, that is Aaron Turnbull. in car number 9 from Belcourt, North Dakota, making his World of Outlaws debut in the Rocket Chassis, crate-powered Harris Oil, Harris Construction. Number 9, it's Austin Harris. Aaron Turnbull does have a World of Outlaws start back in 2019, got 8th at the River City Speedway, the 2013 Dakota Mod Tour champion, 2-time John Sykes Memorial winner at River City Speedway in the late model. Of course, Estevan Motor Speedway late model track champion. Joining us from the north, he'll go 11th quick in his opening lap at a 17.526. Opening lap coming up here for the number 9 of Austin Harris. Third night ever behind the wheel of a late model. He will cross the line 12th quick. Aaron Turnbull will cross the line, and Turnbull will go slower, 18.077. First lap better. He will go 11th quick at a 17.526. Austin Harris, 2 late model starts, both at Devil's Lake Speedway. Best finish 14th, and Harris will cross the line faster, but stay 12th quick in the number 9. We get ready for our next 2 competitors to roll into the Speedway. It's going to be a pair of Outlaw drivers trying to go 3 in a row in World of Outlaws competition in Mooresville, North Carolina, in the NOS Energy Drink, Lone Wolf Petroleum, Tide Torque Racing, C&W Trucking, Petroff Towing, Holdren Construction, Bilstein, Tri-Valley Equipment, Tide Torque Performance Parts, Longhorn Clements, number 9, it's the thrill from Mooresville, Nick Hoffman. Out of Richmond, Indiana, in his 2nd year with the World of Outlaws, in the Infinity by Wells, spec-powered Gibson Racing Vision Woodworks, KEG Sword Nozzles, DCE Fabrication, Pardos Towing Service, Burt Transmission, FK Roddins, VP Racing Fuels, All-Star Performance, Driven Corner Horses, BA Headers, and 5-star race car bodies, number 20 TC, Tristan Chamberlain. Chamberlain will make his 49th Outlaw start here tonight. He'll make his 50 at the Napa Auto Parts. Go for 50. Here comes Nick Hoffman in the 9, and he will go, 11th quick, 17.282 for Nick Hoffman. Definitely has to speed it up here on lap number 2. Tristan Chamberlain will go faster. He'll go 11th quick, 17.133. Nick Hoffman will cross the line and clock in for his final lap. Nick Hoffman will go faster, but stay 12th quick, 17.231. And Tristan Chamberlain will cross the line in the 20 TC. He will not improve, so Chamberlain goes 11th quick, keeping lap 1, 17.133. Nick Hoffman 12th quick at a 17.231. After 14, it's Bobby Pierce with the time to beat at a 16.397. Jake Tim 2nd, Ethan Dotson 3rd, Michael Leach 4th, Brian Shirley 5th, Dustin Sorensen 6th. Next qualifier, rolling onto the Speedway from Benton, Kentucky. In the Coltman Farms Racing, MPO Marketing, Bilstein, VP Racing Fuels, C Motorsports, Supreme Enterprises, Custom Automotive, Autism Awareness, Rock Bottom Dirt Work, Oasis Hair and Natural Hair Salon, Longhorn Clements, number 96, Tanner English. Out of Lake Elmo, Minnesota, in the Longhorn Vic Hill, Land of Pressure Washers, Fuel Factory, Hanco Corporation, Soybert Calf Ranches, T-Pack, The Real Cafe, B1, Brett Larson. Ashton Winger was supposed to come out, but unfortunately done for the night. Of course, they blew up the motor in the 1 car last night. They don't have another one with them, so Winger done for the night. Tanner English gonna go 8th quick in his opening lap, 16.976. The B1 of Brett Larson gonna cross the line, 14th quick, 17.377. Tanner English will cross the line in the 96, and he will not improve, but a good opening lap puts him 8th quick at a 16.976. And final lap time here for the B1 of Brett Larson. Larson will cross the line. He will go faster, but stay 14th quick, 17.301 for Brett Larson. Bobby Pierce with the time to beat at a 16.397. Jake Tim 2nd, Ethan Dotson 3rd, Michael Leach 4th, Brian Shirley 5th, Dustin Sorensen 6th. Again, top 6 drivers get a front row starting spot in the 3 heat races. Up next at a Marshalltown, Iowa, in the Infinity, J. Dickens, Cooney Motorsports, Hoker Trucking, Ellen Seamless Gutters, Carl Chevrolet, Mal Hamilton Ford Racing, Fertilizer Equipment Specialist, VP Racing Fuels, Heartland, Midwest Sheet Metal, Go Lithium, Tire Demon by Tim Love, Dynamic Drivelines, Earnhardt Technologies, number 19R, the Reaper, Ryan Gustin. Out of Evans, Georgia, the Longhorn Clementstein Motorsports, Richard David Legacy Motorsports, Shaw Trucking, Budweiser, Morley, Triple Electric, VP Racing Fuels, Bob Oswell Oil, Supply Chain Management, Buffalo Bar and Grill and Convenient Lube. Number 2, it's Cody Overton. Ryan Gustin will cross the line, 15th quick. The track really slowing down here. 17.524 for Gustin. Cody Overton going to go 15th quick at a 17.468. Ryan Gustin will cross the line in the 19R. He will go faster, 16th quick, 17.483. And Cody Overton will not improve. That time, 17.532. First lap better, 15th quick at a 17.468. 3 cars to go here in qualifying. It's Bobby Pierce still with a time to beat at a 16.397. Jake Tim second, Ethan Dodson third, Michael Leach fourth, Brian Shirley fifth, Dustin Sorensen still sixth. Matthew Larson seventh, Tanner English eighth, Amelia Eisenshank ninth, and Layla Eisenshank 10th out of 19 cars that have qualified. 3 cars to go here. The 2006 World of Outlaws champion at Watertown, New York, in the Longhorn Clemens, Dave Warren Power Sports, Briggs Transport, Corey Rubber Corporation, Exis Storage, Valvoline, Trans 58, number 9, T-Mac Tim McCready. Out there with him, the 2022 World of Outlaws champion at Carpentersville, Illinois, in the Rocket Clemens, McBrideback, Vomac Truck Sales, 5-Star Race Car Bodies, Fox Shocks, Kaiser, VP Racing Fuels, PRC, Dundee Heating and Air Conditioning, Cullen Signs, Tools, Auto Sales and Detailing, number 28, Dennis Earp Jr. Opening lap for Tim McCready, who goes 16th quick, 17.479. Dennis Earp Jr. will cross the line. He'll now take 19th quick, 17.704 for the 28. Tim McCready will cross the line once again, and T-Mac will go faster. He moves up to 15th quick, 17.438, and Dennis Earp Jr. will keep lap 1, 19th quick, 17.704. Second lap slower at a 17.745. It's still Pierce, Tim, Dotson, Leach, Shirley, the top 5, with Sorensen, Matthew Larson, English, and both Eisenschecks 9th and 10th. Final qualifier getting ready to roll onto the speedway from Hawley, Minnesota. In the MB Custom, Grandpa Schill Power, Joe DeWall Farms, R&H Landscape Supply, Asplin Site Work, Mentz Company Trailer, Rivius Ranch, Performance Automotive, Maverick Transport City, Partial Delivery, Levi Babcock Construction, Schill Racing Bodies, Lions Electric, and CMD Race Shocks. Number 44 star, it's Cole Schill. Cole Schill, 10 World of Outlaws starts, best finish 11th at River Cities back in 2019. Now in his 16th year of late model racing in the 44 star. Time to beat 16.397. Track is really slowing down here. The front straightaway in the shade, but the rest of it all still in the sun here as Cole Schill will cross the line. He'll go 20th quick, 18.266 for the 44 star. Last minute call for Cole Schill to come on up here last night to tonight. We think if you're coming here tonight, the 44 star, as Schill will come around for lap number 2, working the bottom here off of 4. And Cole Schill in the 44 star will cross the line, and he will go faster, 17.856 for the 4-time I-94 EMR Speedway track champion. That's going to conclude qualifying. He sets the new track record here at Nodak Speedway at a 16.397. We take a look at it here on DIRTVision. Once again, the replay. Again, 16.397 for the driver out of Oakwood, Illinois, and the Longhorn Vic Hill Low Voltage Solutions, Churchill Transportation, Collin Brothers Towing, Rio Grande Waste Services, Maciavelli Transportation. Number 32, give him a hand to smooth operator Bobby Pierce. So Bobby Pierce will start on the front row of the opening heat race of the night with the 09 of Michael Leach. Jake Tim coming off his fresh top 5 last night. He'll start on the front row of heat race number 2 with the 3S of Brian Shirley. And Ethan Dodson, coming off a great podium finish last night out of Bakersfield, California, will start on the front row of heat race number 3 with the 19 of Dustin Sorensen to his outside. Lineups are set for 3 whopping heat races for the World of Outlaws coming up later on tonight. A little bit of track prep going to take place for everyone watching around the world on DIRTVision. We're going to step aside and we'll be right back.